Hey everyone, it's Jork. Welcome back. I hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about some conversations I've had with people looking to move to Portugal or in the process of immigration. And some of it was expectation conversations about, what can we expect from the culture. We did a scouting trip, but we went to a lot of tourist places. They want to know when you're there every day, what to expect. And I would say from being in Lisbon only, living there, but traveling to every major city, the islands, both the Azores and Madeira, small towns and villages in and around Portugal. I'd say the one thing that you have to think about is um, the society as a whole, or my generalization, of course, so it's my bias that it's laid back. It's a more reserved culture. And with that, if you can get into that mindset and go, okay, so it's a process, it's going to take a little longer. The coffee shop may not open up at 7 a.m. or the snack bar when it has the posted hours, it may close early, or one night it may stay open later, depending. Um, Hours in some cases are more of a reference than they are a guide or a law. Just the nature as well, depending on what goes on during midday, there may be places that close down for lunches. That's just part of the culture. And I think when you have the expectation that you bring on your own culture, and your expectation is you want a lot of that culture to come into Portugal, I think that's misguided, and I think that's unfair, and I guess I think to some other degree that's just wrong. Um, the Portuguese culture is relaxed, reserved. I kind of equate it, whether you're trying to go through immigration or trying to get work done on your property or trying to get your phone set up or a bank account. It can be excruciating, and it can be frustrating if you come from a place where it's got to get it done. Time is of the essence, that type of thing, and you're used to just knocking things out. If you take the mindset of, okay, everybody's on vacation, and just call it vacation mode, for lack of a better term. Okay, so if I go to get my NIF and it takes me a few hours, well, it's okay. Everybody's on vacation. You just imagine it that way. And for me, the sooner I got that through my head of it's a more relaxed pace. Might be on this call for an hour before I actually get through to a customer service rep. That's just the way it is. I'm gonna get. I was with probably 40 or 50 people. I went with them to their immigration appointment to try to help them along the way and help guide them. Some of those got done in 45 minutes. Some of those took several hours and all day in a couple of cases. It's just sort of that's just the way it is. And I think if you can get in the mindset of you're going to a place, hopefully you're going there to relax and enjoy the beautiful country, that okay, everybody's in a relaxed mode. Even when you get a drink or you're waiting for coffee, well, coffee's not there in 30 seconds. Depending on where you're from, you might get mad about that. It might take 10 minutes, but it'll get there. So you need your food. It might take a little longer to get your food. That's okay. It's just the way it is. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And I think that's one of the allures that we talk about it being a safe country as a whole. The healthcare, good healthcare, especially if you're coming from America, it's amazing. Um, Very affordable, other than some property around Portugal or around Lisbon, excuse me, and there's some other areas that have gotten ridiculous. But it's a very laid back, relaxed lifestyle. And the Iberian Peninsula, you have Spain as well. That's very similar in that vein. Um, but that's it. I don't think they live to work; they work to live, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if you're going to move there, you have to realize every sector of society is that way. And there may be some areas where you get fast customer service or a fast response to something, but often it will be more measured response, and it'll be more methodical, and there's nothing. Again, that's a good thing, because hopefully you're going there. If you're going there to work, which we did, was frustrating because things just didn't work. So much didn't happen on time or work the way even the company said it was going to work, or the business. But if you're retiring there, you got all the time in the world that's left in the world. And so if it takes you extra hour, extra day, extra week to get something done, in the greater scheme of things, doesn't really matter. That's really, to me, the biggest expectation, or the biggest thing that you need to get through to yourself, is that everything's going to take time. Everything's relaxed. And if you can do that, kind of mental gymnastics in your head, and realize that's the way it is, you're going to start off having a much better time getting into Portugal, and you'll have, I think, a more fulfilled experience when you're living and enjoying Portugal, because you've embraced that idea, and you've been able to use that to your advantage. Meaning, instead of letting it bother you, you've let it empower you, going, okay, you're going to do that in your daily life too. Take your time, and it is what it is. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch the channel, and enjoy your travels.